I do thank you for the call. Yes, Kevin.
Captain Fantastic called, and he says that the Star Wars movie's coming out the 16th.
The 16th.
I believe that's a Thursday.
Can I ask you a question? Now, you're still a young guy, but I got to ask you this. What's the dumbest thing you did in your younger days? Outside of, like, what these guys are doing out here, sleeping outside for a movie?
I've done some pretty dumb stuff that I don't want to even mention.
Now my curiosity's peaked now.
I mean, I've done some pretty dumb stuff.
Outside of giving me the Sports Illustrated after you came out of the bathroom.
I could tell you some funny stories.
Give me one.
I can't.
Give me one that you can get away with.
I'll tell you one. I won't tell you the whole story. Let's just say I went on a trip for spring break, my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And I got in a lot of trouble.
What did you do?
Well, let's just say there was a casino, my dad's credit card, and unauthorized takeouts. And it led to a lot of bad stuff.
I'm sure.
But that's just one. I got.
Well, wait a minute.
I got stories and stories.
Break down
I can't
the
tell
bad
you
stuff.
I can't tell you what happened. I don't even know if it could be told on the radio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that be the case, we'll leave it alone because we don't want you getting any further trouble.
If a friend of mine were to call up, he could tell you stories for about, 2 hours of embarrassing stuff.
Give me something that you did that we could talk about.
I mean, I don't want to tell you.
Why not? It's a long time ago. I could tell you. I don't think that Tommy was good.
I'll tell you this, Tommy. I'll tell you this. I don't know why I'm going to tell you. When I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
We were in Washington.
Uh-huh.
A bunch of kids, a bunch of degenerate kids.
Uh-huh.
And they're all stealing these leather hats off a rack. All right?
Okay.
So everyone's stealing the hats. So I grab a hat. I'm 12 years old. So I grab a hat. Some Chinese lady grabs me.
Yeah.
This Chinese lady's probably 50 years old. Like, oh, what are you doing? You know, what do I do to her?
What did you do?
Give her the Kevin Friedman elbow and take off.
Wait a minute.
I gave a 50-year-old Chinese woman an elbow.
You sat back
12.
and gave a 50-year-old woman the people's champion elbow?
She was going to take me in. I had to do it.
Did you hurt her?
I hope not. I don't think I hurt her.
I don't think you stuck around.
I just gave her the quick... And I didn't give it to her to face or anything. I just did it so I could get away.
Oh, man.
I've done it worse. That's like something funny when I look back at it.
I'm glad we weren't producing this show 10 years ago, 5 years ago, man.
I was a bad kid.
I guess. Elbowing women.
50-year-old Chinese women.
And I'm laughing. What's wrong with me? Oh, man.
She's going to call up. That was me.
That was me. Give me your phone number. I want to talk to you.
News and notes around sports. Former Notre Dame coach Dan Devine dies at age 77. Mike Dunleavy Jr. set to enter the NBA draft. He has not signed with an agent. And Tim Duncan edges out Jason Kidd for MVP. WSCR weather, 55 degrees and clear downtown later today. Sunny, a high of 60, a low of 47 at O'Hare. It's 50 degrees, Midway 52, Lakefront 55. Let's go back to Tommy. You got the score. Sports Radio 670.
By the way, I want to say Dan Devine, who used to coach the Green Bay Packers, I want to say he was the guy who Packers fans got so mad at that they killed his dog.
What?
I'm serious. They killed his dog. They were so upset because the Packers... Devine was a darn good college coach, especially at Notre
Montana.
Dame. Yeah, Joe Montana. You're right. And they won a national championship with Montana under Dan Devine. Devine also did not look good in that Rudy movie.
Yeah.
Devine was the guy that basically wasn't too crazy about the whole Rudy deal, but wound up letting Rudy play, and of course the rest is history. But I want to say that he was the coach that when things were going so poorly at Green Bay, that a fan saw his dog in the backyard and killed him.
I mean, that's crazy.
That is taking it way too far.
The fan get arrested?
Never caught him. They never, to my knowledge, they never caught the person that did it.
Does Baylor have a cat, Tommy? What?
Stay away from the Don Baylor Hacienda, okay? See, now you put yourself in position that if the cat dies, they're coming after you.
Just asking a question.
No. Get the Cub yearbook. I'm sure it's listed in there.
All right.
Leave the man's cat alone.
Does Tim Floyd have any parrots or anything?
Nah, man, why don't you go elbow one of the females of the family? How's that? do that.
I'll go elbow Yao Ming's older sister.
Oh, man. Anyway, you got TDub overnight on the Score Sports Radio 670. We're going to take a break right now? Fine, let's take a break. We'll come back. We have some final comments for you. We'll get you ready for after further review. Right.